So today I'm going to be making my Homestyle Churros. This is just a quick and easy recipe that I use to make these delicious churros at home. So first we're going to start off with the materials. These are just some of the things that you need. They don't have to be exactly this, but it'd be good if you had exactly this. You can either use a piping bag or just a Ziploc. You will also be needing a star-shaped tip, preferably a tip. If you're using a Ziploc, you can just cut the tip off and squeeze it out, it's fine. And a wooden spoon. You will also be needing this saucepan. Doesn't have to be this big, it could also be smaller or any other shape, doesn't really matter. So I displayed a whole bunch of measuring cups, but you really only need 1 cup. And lastly, you will be needing a deep frying pan. Now moving on to the ingredients, we will be needing a couple of things. Don't be crazy about this because it's not that big of a deal. We're going to be needing ground cinnamon, butter, oil, all-purpose flour, sugar, salt, and water. No big deal, I'll get to the measurements in a second. Now, the next thing I will be doing is going to my fridge, whatever thing you call this, and getting water. And I am just going to place that inside the saucepan on top of the stove. Now I'm going to place in 2 tablespoons of butter. So first I like to add all the ingredients and then I turn it on. Now there's just a splash of salt, and now we turn on the heat. Now we get the wooden spoon and we whisk it around a little bit. Now we just leave it there for a while. Now we are gathering the 1 cup of flour. We just need 1 cup of flour. Doesn't have to be precisely measured. That's the easy thing about this recipe. Anything can work really. And once you see that your mixture on the stove is boiling, you know it's ready. You give it another stir and you turn it off. And now you grab the cup of flour, and once you turn off the stove, you just dump in the cup of flour and you mix that together with the spoon. And at this point, guys, it's gonna look like you're doing something wrong, but just keep pushing through it. You're not, it's completely okay. This is like life. You think you're messing up, you don't know what you're doing, but trust me, it will all come together, okay? Just keep stirring. This is gonna take a lot of elbow grease, but you got this. It's gonna be worth it in the end. Just think about the churros. Think about those churros, yes. Okay, girl, so now I'm just gonna take it off the heat just for comfort reasons because it was just being really noisy on the stove. Be careful, the saucepan is really hot, so I use this little towel thingy, and you just mix it for about 2 minutes until you can see that everything is gathering up in a ball and all the ingredients are mixed. Now once you get this ball looking thing, dough, it's gonna be very tough, right? And now, if you thought it was bad, this is gonna look a lot worse. Now we add 1 egg. And this egg is gonna make it look like you're doing everything wrong, but trust me, it's gonna work. I like to first scramble the egg in the corner, just to evenly distribute the yolk and the egg whites. And then I fold in the egg with the dough. And this is gonna take about 2 minutes of folding, but trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it. Don't give up on your dreams. And I wouldn't recommend using a machine because that would overmix it and then we'd get too watery of a consistency. Now after 2 minutes, this is what the dough is gonna look like. It's gonna look very stringy and tough, but this is exactly what we need. And I just kept mixing it and mixing it. It should actually come together a little more, like this. This is the final product right here. That's boom, that's delicious. That's how you want it. Now moving on, we're going to get this glass. I also just like to use the glass just for comfort reasons, preferably to make it easier to fill up. I cut the tip piping bag and then I slide in the tip. And then I try to squeeze it out. Now that I see that it doesn't fit, I cut off a little more. You want it to fit in about halfway down the tip, not all the way, because then when you're squeezing, it'll just explode. You don't want that to happen. Now I'm going to open up the bag over the cup. This is just going to help me to pour in the batter without making a mess everywhere, just for stabilization. There, I fit it in perfectly. And now I'm going to scoop out the dough into the cup. Yes, look at that dough. Yes, work it. Came out really nice. I really like the way the dough looked. You see, once you mix and mix, it comes back together looking really nice. Even though that egg makes it look like it's crazy, it's not, okay? And now I'm going to just fold up the bag. I do this very gently and slowly because I don't like to get it all over the edges. doesn't really make a difference. And then it's just time to squeeze it up to the top. I squeeze it and fold it and just slide it up like that. And then I fold and I fold and I fold the bag, and then I fold over the left side and then the right side, and then I twist it and I twist and I twist and I twist and I squeeze. And now you got the tip. Now I'm going to turn on the frying pan, what is this, saucepan? And then I add 2 cups of corn oil, preferably corn oil, and just make it enough as if it was halfway full, you know? You want to deep fry them, so make sure to add a lot of oil. Don't be afraid with the oil. And I turn on the heat. It's going to take a while for this to heat up, so meanwhile that's happening, I'm going to take a little container and pour in some white sugar. Now, once I'm going to pour in that white sugar, I'm going to just drizzle on top some cinnamon. I don't even eyeball this because it doesn't really make a difference. It's just cinnamon and sugar proportion. It's not a big deal. It doesn't need measuring. That's why I love this recipe, because it's so easy. I put the lid on, and now I shake it all up just to make my life a lot easier. That's why I like to use this container. And then I open it up. That looks good, but after that, I added a little bit more cinnamon because I prefer it more cinnamony, because it is a churro, and churros do taste a lot like cinnamon. So now I just fried a little bit of the dough just to check if the oil was ready, and I looked, and now that it is golden brown, I see that it is ready. So now is that we're going to start frying the churros. And this takes a lot of elbow grease too. But you got this, okay? Don't give up. And don't squeeze too hard because you might pop the bag. This technique that I'm using here is just twist and squeeze technique. It just helps to push out the churro, and about 4 inches long, I cut it off with the scissors. So you're gonna need a scissors at hand before you do this. And I just keep doing that. I do about 3 in a pan at once. I think that's a good amount. You can do that. This recipe makes about 12 little churros like this, which is a lot, because you really didn't use that much ingredients. And now I am flipping them over. Once they're golden brown, they're ready, and I take them out. Drain them a little bit, you know. Put them on a little pan. Just leave them there to cool down, to chill, you know. You want them to chill out. So I take them out, and those are ready. That looks about delicious. Yes, doing good. And now we do the rest of them. This is going to take about another 5 minutes. Look at all those churros on the side. It looks like I just magically made churros, but it takes time, you know? Look at that. Beautiful brown. Love it. And now I'm just going to cover the churros in sugar and cinnamon mixture. We are either twisting them or tossing them, whatever you want. Don't toss because you might get sugar everywhere. Rather just like twist. Just turn it yourself in the sugar, you know, do it yourself. And I do that to all of them. Fast forward, look at that deliciousness. It looks so cool, so easy, so quick. I love it, so delicious. And that's basically all that we did for these churros. That's it. Churros are so simple and easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, you know, try this at home for yourself. And if you do, let me know. Leave a comment below and tell me if you enjoyed this video. Also, for an extra added bonus, just in case you guys didn't know what to do with these churros, you can also eat them with a little bit of ice cream. And that was delicious. Alright, bye guys. Thanks for watching.